Have you ever sacrificed something important for peace with someone only to regret it? As we get older, we often become more generous with our time or energy, even our money, especially when it comes to family, friends, or people we care about. But here's the truth: after 65, there are certain things you should never sacrifice for anyone, and holding on to them as I'm selfish, it's survival. In this video, we're diving into 6 things you should fiercely protect no matter who asks or how gently they ask. These are boundaries that protect your health, your dignity, and your well-being. And if you've ever felt guilty about saying no or wondered whether your needs still matter, they do. In fact, they matter more now than ever. Stay tuned until the end, because the last point we'll cover isn't just important, it might completely change the way you view your relationships and your responsibilities, and it could be the reason you finally feel at peace with saying that's not okay with me. This isn't about turning your back on others, it's about turning toward yourself with the same kindness you've spent your whole life giving to everyone else. Let's get started. Number 1, your health and physical well-being. There's a quiet bravery and putting your health first, especially when you spend a lifetime putting others before yourself. After 65, your body becomes your most honest companion. It tells you when it's tired, when it needs movement, when it craves rest, and when something just isn't right. And yet too many older adults push past those signals in the name of helping someone else, accommodating requests, or simply not wanting to seem selfish. But here's what's true: if your health declines, everything else around you does. To Harold, 78, used to babysit his great-grandchildren twice a week. It brought him joy, but it also exhausted him. He didn't want to disappoint his daughter, so he said yes, even when his back hurt, even when he wasn't sleeping well, even when his energy started to dwindle. Eventually it caught up to him in the form of a small farm. And that was his wake-up call. He realized that being kind didn't mean ignoring himself. So now he helps, but only when he feels strong, rested, and able. And the beautiful part, his family still loves him. And they understand, because when you communicate your limits with honesty, people who care about you will listen. There is nothing noble about wearing yourself down to prove your love or loyalty. In fact, there's something much more powerful about saying, I want to be there for you, but I also need to be there for myself. Your medical appointments matter. Your quiet mornings matter. Your choice to walk instead of drive or nap instead of push through is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's the earned right to treat your body like something sacred. You're not letting anyone down by protecting your health. You're showing them what it means to value life. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do is model self-care to the people who are watching. When they see you taking care of yourself, they learn how to do the same. Your well-being sets the tone for everything else. Don't trade it for convenience. Don't give it away for guilt. It's yours. Keep it guarded. Honor it. Number 2, your personal boundaries. There comes a point in life when you realize is that your time, your energy, and your presence are no longer things to be handed out freely. They are gifts. After 65, every hour becomes more precious, and every moment of peace is worth protecting. And yet one of the most difficult lessons to learn is how to say no without feeling guilty, whether it's a family member asking for a favor, a friend overstepping with advice, or someone assuming you're always available. The pressure to accommodate can feel endless. But the truth is, your boundaries are not rude, they're necessary. Evelyn, 74, had always been the one everyone called when they needed something: a ride to the store, a place to stay, a listening ear, and wash. He cherished her role in the lives of others. She often ignored her own needs in the process. It wasn't until she started feeling drained emotionally and physically that she began to understand the cost. So she started small, turning her phone off during her morning coffee, saying not to day when she didn't have the energy, and politely declining invitations that day. It bring her joy, and something unexpected happened. Instead of pulling away, the people around her began to respect her more. They saw her as someone who loved deeply, but who also knew her limits. Boundaries are not walls, they are doors with locks. They allow you to decide who and what gets in, and after 65 you've earned the right to be selective. Not everyone who wants your time deserves it. Not every conversation needs your opinion. Not every family emergency is yours to fix. You can care without rescuing. You can listen without absorbing. And you can love without sacrificing your peace. Learning to honor your own boundaries, Western or one's, is one of the most empowering shifts you can make. It's not about being cold. It's about being clear. It's about preserving your spirit, your health, and your energy for the things that truly matter. And when people push back, it's not your job to fix their discomfort. It's your job to stay rooted in what's right for you, because peace once earned is too valuable to give away. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, your peace of mind. There or something profoundly sacred about peace, real quiet inner peace after a lifetime of rushing, worrying, and giving yourself to others. Protecting your mental and emotional calm becomes not just important, it becomes essential. And yet it's astonishing how quickly that peace can be disrupted when you let others' chaos become your own. Their urgency, their drama, their need to involve you in things that stir up stress or steal your attention. It's like a storm you didn't ask to be caught in, but at 65 and beyond you get to step out of the storm and choose calm. Instead, Roger, 81, had always been the mediator, and his family, every argument, every tension, every sibling disagreement, he stepped in hoping to smooth over. But over time he began to notice how drained he felt afterward. The emotional toll wasn't worth it, so he made a quiet decision to stay available, but not entangled. Now when he gets those phone calls, he listens with care, but he doesn't jump in. He offers perspective, not solo. He keeps his peace, and in doing so he models it for others. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to explain your choices to people who are committed to misunderstanding them. And you don't have to absorb the moods, fears, or projections of others just because you're nearby. Peace of mind as your resting place, your anchor, your home, and protecting it may mean walking away from conversations, turning off the news, declining invitations, or simply giving yourself permission to do nothing. There is strength in stillness, there is clarity in silence, and when you prioritize your peace, everything else becomes easier to manage. Your health improves, your thoughts become clearer, and your relationships go deeper because you're not reacting to everything. You're choosing what deserves your attention. And the older you get, the more valuable that choice becomes. After all these years, you've earned the right to a mind that wrecky, a heart that's unburdened, and a life that feels general. That kind of peace isn't selfish. Sure, twice, it's powerful, and most importantly, it's yours to protect. Number for your financial security. Money may not buy happiness, but after 65 it certainly buys freedom. Freedom to say no, to live comfortably, to get the care you need, and to enjoy the life you've worked hard to build. Yet for many older adults, because there's an unspoken pressure to get financially, especially to loved ones. Maybe a child is struggling, maybe a grandchild needs help with college, maybe someone hints that you don't need it anyway. But your savings, your pension, your nest egg, those are an extra. They are your shield, your safety, your future. Marilyn, 76, had always been generous with her children, birthdays, holidays, even rent payments in emergencies. She never hesitated, but as time went on, she began dipping into her retirement funds more often. One day, she realized she was starting to worry about her own bills, her own health costs, her own needs. That where he was new, and it felt like a warning. So she sat down, reviewed her finance, and made changes. She didn't stop giving altogether. She just started giving within her means. And most importantly, she stopped giving out of guilt. Your financial well-being is not a community fund. It's not a reward to be shared based on who asked the loudest. It's the result of years, decades of hard work, sacrifices, and smart decisions, and now it's what allows you to sleep at night, to pay for what matters, and to say yes to experiences you might have once postponed. Giving is beautiful, but giving at the cost of your own security, that's a price too high to pay. It's okay to say, I can help with that right now. It's okay to say, I need to make sure I'm taken care of first, and it's absolutely okay to protect what you've been old, even if it disappoints someone else, because no one else is going to pay for your medication, your housing, your peace of mind. That's your job now, and it's one worth doing with carrying confidence. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, your self-respect and dignity. There's a quiet kind of power that comes with age. It's not about being loud, forceful, or proving yourself. About knowing who you are and standing by it, no matter what. And yet, even after 65, it's easy to feel the pull of people pleasing, especially when you love those around you. You might find yourself agreeing just to avoid conflict, staying silent to keep the peace, or tolerating disrespect because it's not worth the trouble. But your dignity, as always, is worth it, and your self-respect is never up for negotiation. Thomas, 84, had a neighbor who constantly made snide remarks about his age, still trying to mow your lawn. Or don't you think it's time to slow down? It started as jokes, but over time it shipped away. At how Thomas felt. He didn't want to be rude, but he also didn't want to feel small. One day he simply said, I take pride in what I do, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't comment on it. That moment changed everything. The neighbor backed off, and Thomas stood a little taller, not because he won an argument, but because he defended himself. You don't need to explain your choices to anyone who mocks them. You don't need to apologize for being independent, opinionated, or quiet, and you certainly don't need to tolerate disrespect in the name of harmony. Your life experience, your values, and your boundaries deserve to be honored. If someone can't respect them, that's a reflection of them, not you. The older you get, the more you realize that dignity isn't about status or reputation. It's about how you carry yourself when no one is watching. It's about not letting others determine your worth. And it's about remembering every single day that you are enough just as you are. Respecting yourself sets the tone for how others treat you. And if someone pushes you to compromise, that it's okay to step back. You've earned the right to be spoken to with kindness, treated with fairness, and seen with clear eyes. Never let anyone take that from you. Number 6, your freedom to choose how you live at this stage of life. Your choices should feel like yours, not based on obligation, not shaped by pressure, and certainly not dictated by someone else's expectations. After or 65, your days are yours to design, whether that means sleeping and are waking early, spending time with people, or embracing solitude, moving to a new town, or staying exactly where you are. Your preferences matter, your desires are valid, and your freedom to choose how you live each day is one of the most valuable things you own. Joan, 79, had always dreamed of living near the coast, but she stayed in the city for years, close to her children, close to routines, close to what felt familiar. Then one day, after a particularly long winter and a conversation that left her feeling invisible, she asked herself questions she hadn't dared to ask in decades. What do I want? That question led her to pack up and move to a quiet beach town 2 hours away. Now she spends her mornings walking along the shore, reading in the sun and chatting with neighbors she chose, and the best part, her family still visits, but now they come to her on her terms, in her space, in a life she chose. You don't need to justify your prep. Says you don't need to wait for permission whether you want to travel. Simplify your space. Stop attending events you no longer enjoy, or try something completely new. It's your right. You've lived enough years being everything to everyone now. It's your turn to be true to yourself. And if someone challenges your choices or tries to get you into changing them, remember this: loving someone doesn't mean living for them. You can love fully without sacrificing your freedom. In fact, when you live honestly, when you wake up and do what feels right for you, you become more present, more joyful, more alive, and that presence is the greatest gift you can offer. You are now not here to be managed. You are not here to be molded. You are here to live freely, boldly, and authentically. That freedom is not a luxury. It's a birthright, and it's never too late to claim it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts as we wrap up this video. I want you to take a quiet moment and think about everything we've just covered. Which of these 6 things have you found yourself led and go of, maybe without even realizing it? Which ones made you pause and think that something I need to protect better? These aren't just concepts, they're lifelines. And the sooner you begin honoring them, the more empowered, peaceful, and fulfilled your life becomes. There's a powerful kind of freedom that comes with age, but only if you claim. And that freedom allows you to say no without guilt, to rest without apologizing, to give without depleting yourself, and to live in alignment with your own truth, not someone else's expectations. That kind of life doesn't just happen. It's built day by day, choice by choice, boundary by boundary. The beauty of being over 65 is that you no longer need to chase validation. You've already proven yourself in more ways than anyone can count. Now, your only job is to honor the life you built, protect the things that matter most, and live with a kind of wisdom that only time can teach. And if anyone questions your decisions, remember, you're not living their life. You're living yours. Thank you for joining us today. We love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.